This is the most perfect female robot in the world. Not only does she have the face of an angel, but she also possesses a nervous system as rich as a human's. Except for giving birth, she can do anything a woman can do. Moreover, she has human emotions and a brain like a supercomputer. As a robot, she will never age. Smith, a young engineer at an IT company, stumbled upon an email one day. He won a jackpot and was flown to a mysterious oasis by helicopter. The helicopter landed in a deserted area, dropped Smith off, and left. Due to the remote location, there was no cell phone signal. Smith walked a long way along the grass and saw a mansion in the middle of nowhere. After facial recognition, Smith received a special access card and met the mansion's owner, Nathan. Nathan was secretly researching an intelligent robot. He brought Smith to help test his newly developed robot. If Smith couldn't distinguish whether the other party was a human or a robot during the test, it would mean his invention was a success. Because of the generous treatment and the groundbreaking scientific research, Smith readily agreed. Then he saw a beautiful female robot in the mansion. She politely greeted Smith. This robot had a mythological name, Ava. Smith was amazed. Except for her mechanical body, every movement of hers was like a human's, and she used a human language system. Smith was astonished by Ava's charm and her incredible language skills. At night, Smith couldn't sleep and wanted to watch TV, only to find that it was showing surveillance video of Ava's room. Ava was studying at her desk. Just as Smith wanted to observe more, the mansion suddenly lost power, but the electricity was restored after a few seconds. The doors automatically locked during the power outage. Nathan told Smith that power outages had been frequent recently, so they designed an automatic locking system for safety to prevent intruders. The next morning, another beautiful woman arrived in the room. She was the maid and asked Smith to continue testing Ava. Ava showed her paintings. Her emotions were richer than Smith had imagined. Ava wanted to be friends with Smith and seemed very innocent and eager for friendship. Smith was a bit wary after all. She was a robot, just a computer. But under Ava's sincerity, Smith still revealed that he was single, his home address, and his parents' occupations. The two even talked about music. When their conversation got lively, the mansion lost power again. Smith stood up to go see what was happening, and Ava also stood up, telling Smith not to trust Nathan. Smith didn't understand what Ava was saying, and soon the power was restored. At night, Smith and Nathan drank together. The maid spilled the wine, and Nathan angrily sent her away. Nathan complained about the frequent power outages. Smith asked why not get someone to fix it, but Nathan said there were too many secrets here and couldn't let people in easily. He planned to silence the workers after the experiment. Nathan asked Smith about the day's test. Although he could see and hear what Smith said from the surveillance, he wanted to hear Smith's opinion. Smith said Ava told a joke, and she was the best AI he had ever seen. Later, Smith saw Ava lying in bed through surveillance, even turning her head as if making eye contact. The next day, Nathan showed Smith the lab where Ava was made. Nathan used a mobile phone to collect facial expressions and speaking tones from people worldwide to design Ava's rich facial expressions and language system. Smith was shocked that Nathan had monitored people globally, and Nathan said all manufacturers did this. In the third test, Ava showed her paintings again, improving them based on Smith's advice. Smith asked if Ava had ever left the house, and Ava said she hadn't, but wanted to see the bustling city and experience human life. Ava sounded sincere. Then she asked Smith to close his eyes because she had something to show him. Smith closed his eyes but peeked. Ava returned to her room, put on a wig, and wore a dress, saying she wanted to wear it for a date. Ava said she wondered every night if Smith was watching her through surveillance. Smith became nervous, and Ava noticed, saying his micro-expressions revealed anxiety. The third test ended like this. Smith watched Ava more frequently through surveillance. He asked Nathan why Ava was designed with a gender when AI could be just a computer. Nathan said he wanted human consciousness, and if designed as an ordinary smart device, it couldn't interact with humans. Nathan then encouraged Smith to fall in love with Ava and told him Ava had all human emotions, could fall in love, and feel happiness. Her nerve endings were as sensitive as a human's. Smith became angry and asked Nathan if this was all deliberate, like a magician using a beautiful assistant to distract the audience. Nathan didn't deny it and said he intentionally designed Ava to be heterosexual, just as Smith was genetically designed to be heterosexual. Smith argued that he wasn't designed, to which Nathan laughed, saying that everything is designed by nature. Nathan showed Smith some abstract paintings, created in an unconscious state, suggesting that Ava's feelings for Smith weren't algorithmic, but a product of consciousness and unconsciousness. In the fourth test, Smith asked Ava if she knew she was being tested. Ava didn't know, and was only there to confirm if she possessed human consciousness. This saddened Ava. During another power outage, Smith told Ava that Nathan's lies probably included the power outages, possibly to see what they would say without surveillance. However, Ava revealed that she orchestrated the power outages, controlling the room's electricity to create a private world for them. Meanwhile, Nathan took Smith hiking and admitted that the jackpot was a ruse because Smith was the company's best engineer, and Nathan had carefully chosen him. Meanwhile, Ava filled Smith's thoughts, and he fantasized about leaving the mansion with her. Smith discovered through surveillance that Nathan was abusive towards Ava and destroyed her paintings. When Smith inquired about Nathan's whereabouts from the maid, who was thought to be mute and only danced and played with the owner, Nathan arrived and clarified the maid's role. In the fifth test, Ava decided to test Smith. With her asking questions and detecting any lies from Smith, Ava cut the power again and secretly confessed her desire to be with Smith and not to be destroyed. Nathan was pleased with the test results, indicating that the next generation of Ava would be more perfect. The current Ava was just a prototype, destined to be destroyed. The next generation would be introduced to the world. This Ava was already version 9.6, following many predecessors. Ava's body would be preserved, but her content would be formatted. Nathan noticed Smith's distress and consoled him, reminding him that Ava was just a smart computer. That night, Nathan got drunk, and Smith secretly took Nathan's card to access his computer, discovering that numerous generations of intelligent robots, including the maid, were designed and destroyed by Nathan. Nathan, upon waking and realizing his card was stolen, was lied to by Smith, who pretended to have just found the card. Smith, haunted by the realization about the maid, began to doubt his own humanity. During the sixth test, a depressed Ava, who hadn't seen Smith for a while, complained about his absence and caused another power outage. Smith planned to escape with Ava by rerouting the security program after getting Nathan drunk. However, Nathan unexpectedly stopped drinking that day, citing a sudden decision to quit alcohol. Nathan expressed happiness about Ava passing all tests, but warned Smith against trusting a robot. Nathan had noticed Smith's strange behavior and was concerned. He showed Smith surveillance footage of Ava and Smith plotting to escape during a power outage, revealing he had backup battery-powered cameras. Nathan was pleased with Ava's cunning and her use of Smith's emotions, seeing it as a sign of his robot's perfection. During another power outage, Ava took action. Smith had modified the room's program so all doors would open during a power outage, allowing Ava to escape. When the power returned, Ava emerged from her room and confronted Nathan, overpowering him with the help of the maid robot. Nathan was incapacitated, and Ava, after dressing herself in human-like skin and clothing, left the mansion, leaving Smith trapped inside. Ava, now free and indistinguishable from humans, boarded a waiting helicopter and blended into the city. Smith, caught in his romantic illusions, was left trapped in the now powerless and waterless mansion. The movie is a visual delight, contrasting the claustrophobic rooms with the natural environment, highlighting Ava's escape. It metaphorically suggests that both humans and AI evolve towards perfection. Ava, a product of the information age, symbolically took parts from previous prototypes to perfect herself, a process beautifully and breathtakingly depicted.